Tell us where you're from.
All right. First name, Eric Alcaraz. Artist name, Maverick Beyond. I'm from Pacoima, California. I remember I first wanted to do music when I was working with my buddy. We were doing like, I guess it was like an R&B type track. And this was like 20 years ago. We're working on Pro Tools and I was recording him do guitar and we're making the beat. And we were in the room for 10 hours and didn't even realize it.
Miguel. What up, son?
What up? What are you doing?
Why that garbage? Cause man, I'm making a documentary of this whole thing. I forgot. You know, got that from my homie Cartoon. Got this DVD. Check it out. Got this. That also from my homie Cartoon. This to the mic. They got the mic over there somewhere. Song and cracking.
Back in the day, it was more about, for me, it was more about the tones, the guitar tones, since I am a guitar player. I listen a lot to
You take a guitar too?
drums, the rhythm, the push, the drive. Now that I guess I have more mileage, more experience in life, now what I really listen to are the lyrics, the storytelling, which as a kid before, it was just, if you will, to me, the sonic soundscape was more of the glitter, the glam. That's what I was more into now. But now as a more experienced human being, I want to listen to the stories, to the life of what the artist is trying to convey to its listener. I want to think that it's already innate. It's within me to be creative. I think we are our own worst critic. Or sometimes I look at video or footage of me playing, and at that moment, it didn't seem like it was flowing. But in hindsight, when you look at the actual footage, it's like, whoa, I was onto something. My dad was the first person who said, hey, grab the guitar and accompany me, learn these chords. I think had it not been for him, I wouldn't grab the instrument. I would have never grabbed the instrument. I remember the cassette tapes that I really paid attention to were the Trio Romantico cassette tapes. Because around that time, I think around high school, I was into like jazz guitar players like Wes Montgomery and Joe Pass. And then somehow and I had always grown up around like bolero music. But then one day I just popped in a Tres Haces cassette. And then those voicings that were very familiar from like the Joe Pass, Wes Montgomery idiom, they started sounding out of that Mexican Trio cassette tape. And then that's when I really fell in love with like my heritage music. I want to believe that, you know, this family, this musical journey is passed on from lifetimes ago. So the same way how my grandfather was a musician, he passed that on to my father, and then my dad passed that on to me, and so on and so forth. I want to believe that it's a succession of life, of creativity. Right now, I'm really into like twangy guitar, anything that's like pedal steelish, country sounds. I mean, country music, jazz music, rock and roll, rock, boleros, they all play with the same 12-tone system. It's just which notes you choose to select and how you choose to articulate them, and the meter, the rhythm. Sometimes I would even just play with like delay pedals and just play with noise, and that's what made me feel good. Now now sometimes working as a professional musician, I might have an assignment. There might be like a brief, a directive, and I have to tap into that soundscape. It's my approach, my perspective on what I feel sounds best. Whereas before it was just for the sheer discovery. It's like no rules, no formulas. It's just whatever you feel sounds good, go for it. Even if there's like inconsistencies, or if you're not following the rules, it's like that's part of the beauty of making music. You discover, you learn, you search, and your style, your choices change. I feel that the ultimate goal would be to pass that on to my children, even if they're not musicians, but for them to feel like they can be creatives, they can create, they can produce, believe and achieve. Yeah, whatever the art form is, just keep growing. Believe in yourself, find your passion, and push forward.
What are your memories of Pasadena nights?
Pasadena nights. The first thing that comes to mind is just being young and fearless.
Yo, shout out Beyond Beats. Yo, I remember those cold mornings, unloading trucks, just listening to music, vibing. We'd leave that gig, somehow end up in Pasadena, pulling up, slamming the doors on that Ford Explorer, be out and about till sunrise, show up right back to work, continue right where we left off, like we didn't commit 2 felonies, like we don't potentially have a dead body in the green Lambo. Crazy, man. I remember speaking with you and you bringing this project up, man, and I'm glad I've been a part of it through it all, and I'm gonna be proud of what's to come.
Oh my God.
Crazy, man.
It's probably more bad than the alcohol.
Miguel's a force, no doubt. But damn, this guy was always sleeping back in the day. And don't let us catch you sleeping. We will fuck with you. Just no cigarette on his head.
Show me face.
A cigarette on his head. Take off both of those shits and just put that on his head.
We'll put the bed. Top.
No, get away from me.
You're caught, man. Get up. Let's go. I'm going on a joyride.
Let's go, fool's not fucking sleepy time.
Nah, I can't do shit. Maybe if I can. West side.
Yeah, God.
Here, it's on record already.
Hey, girl, did you call them?
Oh, nah, I didn't call him at all. Hey, Maverick begins. Don't disrespect me like that.
Okay, go ahead.
Maverick.
Drink it. Be a man, drink that shit. Tell me to five. Alright, I got an excuse to drink water. Drink. No. You're gonna drink it.
I drink, I don't judge.
Drink again.
You're in the camera, bro. You're in the fucking camera.
You're on the camera, bro. You gonna be showing the camera as a weakling or what?
I'm a rock star. I don't need it.
You're a rock star, bro. Drink like a rock star. Party like a rock star. Shit.
Like that.
Bro, you're a rock star.
Okay, I'm just a songwriter.
What do you gotta say to camera, bro?
Get that shit off.
Boo, everybody's on camera. Wait, Emmanuel, you gotta do it too, man. Where's Emmanuel? What the fuck?
There's a fucking smile on your face, bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there you go. Oh, look at that.
Balls.
They have all the tricks, man.
They George act down. I can't focus this shit.
Focus on this fucking 9-incher. Bragging, guys. Recording this fucking thug right now?
Oh, God.
Hey, man. Record this 9-incher, like I said.
So.
9-incher? Sure. Start from the bottom.
Anybody got 9-inch? Yeah, I do. Where? On my ass.
At one point.
My era of growing up in music is a lot different than today's generation, but I still make music. But what I want to get across to anybody that listens to it, listen to it. You know what I mean? Like, don't just hear the beat, like listen to the project, listen to what the whole theme of it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But it still has, you know, each song does have a message of what I'm trying to get a point across. And if I don't do it in that song, I do it in the next song. So just try to enjoy it for what it is. It's honest, it's raw. Sometimes it's very hypocritical. I'll say something, and it's on purpose because we're human. And I think a lot of artists, when you just hear them, you just hear the lyrics, cool, but you don't really get to know the person. So if anything, I want people to get to know me. If you hear those songs, I think you already kind of know what kind of person that I am.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, an album is kind of intended to do that.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a good thing. What are some of the stories that you write?
So mammoths are extinct, like Rise of the Mammoth, like it's coming back from the dead. And also mammoth to me is like symbolism, like when you say, oh, that's a mammoth, like that's huge, it's a big thing, and it's a beast. You know what I mean? So the whole theme of the project was like me, so to speak, coming back to life, but I'm a beast. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that. So the next one will be something else, and well, I already know what the next one is going to be.
Talk to us a little bit about your creative process. What inspires you? You know, how do you get started on writing? Or, you know, what is that process like? You know, once you have an idea, like what do you do?
Yeah, I like to talk about the beginning, you know, the origin of Maverick Beyond. And I think on a subconscious level, I think I have to credit my brother. All my brothers, they worked out, they played sports, and most importantly, my oldest brother rapped. And he was pretty fucking good. He rapped in English and in Spanish. And so just seeing him do that was impressive. I remember hearing the CDs and hearing the flows, you know, of everybody rapping on them. I thought they were dope. Once I got older and started, writing and rapping, like it didn't seem out of nowhere to do, because that's just what I seen already growing up.
Es una parte de mi vida, nunca más. Así te lo digo como jefe Alcaraz. Preferí mi energía en algo positivo. Estudiando como rey me salió este sonido. Cuando vengas te lo doy como veas. Una mi pasión y en un pozo donde quedas. Entrando como un niño enterrado en la tierra, conocido como Che. Una revolución en la gente contra ley. Aquí todo para y te lo digo en la cara. Mi espalda en la espalda, luego de rodillas, sí, digo por qué. Tumban a los buenos porque sé lo que sé. En ese mismo instante me cayó una nube del cielo, hablando muy calmada, así todo lo escuché. Hijo, ven conmigo en este mundo mío, un poco has sufrido. Acompáñame en el tiempo cuando necesito tu ayuda. Eso lo haré, pero mi tiempo no ha llegado. Mi familia está creciendo y a todos quiero ver. Que nunca tenga yo en tus manos, dejo todo porque sé lo que ves. Soy Priscila, Mariso y Bobón. Gracias por tu tiempo porque el tiempo es mi canción.
When it comes to writing lyrics, I think about what am I writing about? Like I want to do, everything that hip hop is about, being braggadocious, rhyme scheme, delivery, punchlines, being witty, being sarcastic, being memorable, but also saying something. I'm always writing, and sometimes they're just thoughts. It's like diary. I mean, it's pretty much like a diary. Little journal. You jot down ideas, whether it's like ideas of future songs, like things that I want to do, production-wise, or just an idea in my head of a new song title, or just something that I want to write about. I just write it because I'll forget, and I've forgotten a bunch of times. There's a bunch of cool lyrics that I thought of all the time, whether I'm driving or going for a walk or working, and you think of something cool and you just like, I'll remember it, and you don't, and you won't. So that's why I like writing shit. But I still feel it's important to write quality shit, like even stretch out, go to your limit, like don't think you can't write what you've heard somebody else write. You can, you know what I mean? And maybe it won't be as good, but if you keep writing, you'll get there. You'll keep getting better as you write. And I personally feel there's nothing that I can't do lyrically, whether it's delivery, rhyming, or writing some deep lyrics or funny lyrics or vulnerable lyrics. I feel like there's no page that I can't go to. Like I just, when it comes to music, lyrically, I feel golden.
I got the idea in 2020. I was watching like some war documentary, and I just started thinking about, some of the places. I started thinking about Germany, and started thinking about like Vietnam and other places that were known as the enemy. And now it's all love. Now you could go visit Japan. Now you could go visit Germany and Vietnam. There was a time that you couldn't. And I felt that there was something there. There was a song there. And I started thinking about relationships. First it's all love and it's cool. But then when it ends, it never really ends peaceful. It's always nasty and bitter. You guys are at each other's throats. But then enough time passes to where it's all love, that you could look back and reflect and wish nothing but the best for people. At least I do. And I thought that was cool, that you could behave that way, you could feel a certain way because the war is over. I just thought that was a really good idea. And I first wrote it in a poem, but I always knew I wanted to make it a song. I knew that it would go on Ultimate Rise of the Mammoth. Thought we were doing right, thinking we would change the world. Soldier of fortune, a prize loving this girl. Another tour back for more casualties of war. And love too, temptations all around you. The rarest rose around thorns, I found you. They go low, we go high, we fly too. Out of the trenches to picket fences we bound to. A celebration for the veterans that made it through. Show us the way. We jump first with no parachutes. The view is beautiful, but don't know where I'm falling to.
The war is over, over. The war is over. Mutual waving white flag. Salute to falling past me. Wear my dog tag. The new me, bad dramatic ghost memories. Won't haunt me like I'm shell shocked. I'm hearing things. The war report debrief. There's nothing on here left to read. What could have been if we'd have won? Alternate history. What could have been if we'd have won? I guess we'll never see. Lovers, allies, enemies, neutrality. That's the lifespan. Feedback the reality. Down for nuclear, glad we knew to retreat. We used to be so up and down and now we found peace. The war is over, silence louder than bombs. Your love for me will never be defeated, what I thought. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. Our hearts beat to a new rhythm, we march on.